There's Allie. Here's Joe. There's Jack. Stevenson Grammar, Chapter 9, Week 7. We're going to do a little review. So turn to page 36 of your teacher's manual. Right there. That's what we're going to do. We're going to introduce the main verb, and we're going to find the subject as well. So all of those words so far that you don't have labels for, well, maybe not all of them, but we're going to add some more labels to some of those words that you don't have labels for. So we're going to have some examples, add to our sentence analysis steps. We'll do a couple more definitions. And then after the video, you guys can complete activity number 1 with your family and complete workbook items number 12 and 13. With no further ado, I will hand this to Joe. Here's me. All right, let's get going. Quick as possible. How? We're going to go ahead. Allison, I'd like you to label this sentence using the sentence analysis steps above. Okay. Just go 1 through 5 on the sentence analysis steps.
At school, Dave tried to study in the library with his friends.
Okay.
Tries.
Check for 2s. Step number 2. Okay. Find and label preposition words, nouns, and prepositional phrases.
In the tree? Wait.
Yeah. She found in the library. Good. Good. At school. Good.
Let's see. Okay. With is a
preposition. That's one of those tricky prepositions.
With.
Remember, those other prepositions, we talked about, you know, prepositions, anything a squirrel can do to a tree. And then there's some tricky prepositions, right? With is one of those.
But the squirrel can do with the tree.
Oh, yeah. But typically they say the tricky ones are of, for, and with. So, you're right. Squirrel can be with the tree. Huh. Good job, Joe. Smarty pants. Anyway. Okay, good. Now can you, let's see, what's the next thing?
Here's a noun.
Oh, hang on. Okay, that's it. That's fine. But let's, good job. Dave is a noun. You're right. Let's label the adjectives. That's the next.
Okay.
So we're looking for words that are not already labeled. In fact, just for now. We're going to get there, but words that are not already labeled. Oh, wait, you forgot.
The library.
Wait. No, I'm sorry. My bad. The library. You're right. The library. The is a, what kind of adjective?
It's a tricky. Article.
Yeah.
Tricky? That's not kind of adjective.
A, an, and the. So tricky is an adjective. Okay. And what about with his friends?
It tells with whose friends?
Yeah. Good. His. Say that out loud. Say that louder.
It tells with whose friends?
It's an adjective that tells whose friends. His friends. That's one of those possessive adjectives that we talked about. Remember that? We talked about possessive adjectives. Okay, excellent.
Dave is a noun.
Well, so now the next thing we do is find and label your verb phrases. So remember that check for 2s. The 2 meant stop and look at it. So look for the check for 2s. What comes after that? Is that a noun or a verb? Verb. So that means that's a verb phrase. Excellent. To study, which is, what kind of word is that?
That is a verb phrase. Infinitive.
Yeah, good job. Ooh, you're so smart. All right. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to look for some new items. I'm getting this from page 36 and 37 of your teacher's manual. So we're going to look for new items. As you look for new items, guys, once you have underlined and labeled you can't label it something else. After you label this a noun, an adjective, it's an adjective, okay? It can't all of a sudden become a verb, you know what I mean? So once you've labeled them, it's labeled. There is one thing that I forgot to tell you. When you label verbs, you also do 2 little underlines to tell it's a verb. Okay, so we have a V above and 2 little underlines. Okay? So we want to find the main verb of the sentence. The main verb is going to show the main action of the sentence. So, can study be the main verb?
Yes.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't.
Well,
What
it's not
did I
the
just
first
say?
verb.
What did I just say?
Oh.
If when you look for new items, you have to look for things that are not already underlined. Study is already underlined. It's part of the verb phrase. Okay? So this is already taken. We're going to look at words. We're going to look at words here in this sentence that are not labeled yet. Dave and tries. Okay. So which one of those is a verb?
Dave. No.
Wait, tries.
Tries. Tries shows the main action. So write MV for main verb. Okay. And with verbs, we put double underlines under them.
1, 2.
Good. That's how we find the main verb. So what word is left in the sentence at this point?
Dave.
Dave. Which is the noun?
All right. It is a noun. It happens to be the subject noun because you can find that by looking at the main verb and saying, who does that action? Who
That's
tries?
actually not how you label it, Allison. It's the subject.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's good try, though. That was really smart. That was
I
clever.
can write with this.
I see
I
why
wrote
she
with
did
it.
that. Hold on. So this is how we do subject. Subject noun. And we get one underline under that. Okay. So, to find the subject of a sentence, you find the main verb, and then you ask, who does it? Okay, that's the subject of the verb, of the main verb. Whatever the subject of the main verb is the whole subject of the sentence. Okay? Dave tries. Who tries? Dave tries. That's the subject. The main verb can also be called simple predicate. Okay? Can also be called simple predicate. So, if you guys go ahead and put this in your, do this in your exercises. In your exercises tab.
You spelled
that
that wrong.
That,
X.
I mean, no.
X.
That looks like Y.
Week, hang on,
That looks
please.
like Y.
Week 7, chapter 9. There. Exercises tab, week 7, chapter 9. Okay, so go ahead and do that. We'll do another example in your exercises tab. Please erase.
Okay, erase. This eraser does not like me.
All right, I'm going to write
Again,
a sentence.
this really does not like me.
Jack, do you want to analyze it or should we let Allison do it?
I can do it. I can do it. I don't care.
Yeah, I want to do it.
Okay. Okay, sit back. Let me write the sentence. So, write this in your exercises tab. This must not be a PACES teacher, I'm guessing. Maybe. Before school, the teacher tried to hide under her desk.
I hope not.
Okay, Allie, go for it. Let's see what you got.
That's a weird guy, okay?
Sentence analysis steps. Read the whole
Before
sentence.
school, the teacher tried to hide under her desk.
Okay. Check for twos.
There's a 2.
Good. Find and label preposition words.
Before, it can be before the tree.
That's right. It can be before the tree. Good job. And it's a noun. Good. Great. The teacher tried to hide under. Yes, that's a preposition. Not a. Okay. Under, followed by a noun, right? Prepositional phrase. Excellent. Okay. Label adjectives.
The teacher.
Good.
Also, which teacher? Not
That's
noun.
right. And that's also called an
Article. It's
article.
also called an article.
Good.
Beep, beep.
Good.
Barely had room.
All right. What about?
It tells whose desk.
That's right. It's one of those possessive adjectives telling whose desk. ADJ. Good. What else do we have? Okay. Let's look. Find and label verb phrases. So I noticed that too. You stopped and you didn't label as a preposition because the word behind it is a verb. So that's a verb phrase. Excellent. Now, how do we find the main verb? What's the main verb? It's not hide because this is already labeled. Hide is already labeled, right? Tried. Go ahead. Write MV and double underline it.
Verb 1.
Good. Now, to find the subject of the sentence, we ask, who tried?
The teacher tried.
The teacher tried. So write SBJ, SUB, SUBJ, SUBJ. And put one underline under it. Very good. Now, step back so Joe can get a good picture of this.
Or photo.
Video.
Mom, what's the main or the subject?
You ask, who tried?
Tree.
Who tried?
The teacher tried.
The teacher tried. So that's the subject noun.
I'm getting really good at this.
Okay.
We're doing this.
Then, I want you to turn to your sentence analysis steps in your Stevenson grammar notebooks. Sentence analysis steps here. And I want you to add numbers 6 and 7. Find, mark, and label the main verb. Number 7, find, mark, and label the subject. Okay. Now, just as last week, or in video time, last week in video time, or in real time 30 minutes ago, when we added some definitions, we will go ahead and add some definitions to your definitions page. Again,
What do we
these
do about sentence analysis?
you add those to your sentence analysis steps.
Fine.
Here, do you want my book so you can copy it?
No, I have it up there.
Okay.
Wait, am I supposed to write this on?
Yeah, you're supposed to write these down in your Stevenson grammar notebook too.
Okay. I need a pencil.
Yeah, here's a pen.
Okay.
Erasable pens work. Okay, so under your definitions tab, you guys can write these down. Infinitives. To boast means what?
To brag.
boast. Good job, Joe.
Okay. So,
Means to brag.
Mom, I already did this right here.
You're supposed to add 6 and 7 to your sentence analysis steps, Allie. Come on, not there. That putting it there doesn't help. I want it in your notebook. Okay? So you need to add 4, 5, 6, and 7 in your notebook. Write nice so that you can read it later. It's important that you use good handwriting. Okay?
Okay, so
Number 2. To wail means
To cry.
good job.
Or to cry.
Would be a great idea to use these
Gonna get me a
verbs in your writing this week. To flail means means to strike.
That's not what flail means.
To flail means
spaz.
that's what I think, but well,
To have a
I
seizure.
want you to just write. Okay, and number 4, to contain means to hold together.
Or hold down. Or just hold.
Okay, we'll write that. To hold. Okay, good. Now, when you are finished doing all of that with your family, I would like you to complete activity number 1, items 1 through 4. Basically, you just add a verb phrase beginning with to, or the infinitive, and a prepositional phrase. So like number 1, at noon, Dean tried, add me a verb phrase,
To buy chicken McNugget.
to buy chicken McNuggets, okay, to buy chicken McNuggets, now add
Freddy's.
at Freddy's. There you go.
I just said
He
that.
added
It's not gonna
she added
work,
prepositional phrase. That'll work. You're gonna have extra words in there, Joe, but you could say at noon Dean tried to swim with his pal. Okay, so you added a infinitive phrase or a verb phrase and then a prepositional phrase. Okay, so you guys do those together as a family. And then I also want you to do item number 2, which is in your workbook, complete items 12 and 13. Do as many of them as you need, at least minimally do 6 of item 12 and 6 of item 13. Have your mom check using the answer key and turn those in. And happy grammariaring. Good word, huh?
What's grammar mean?
Bye.